I hope that you enjoy this food.
I definitely am.
If it ain't good, you will tell me that you didn't like it, right?
Oh, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Hold on for a minute, let me count mine. You know. Ask me what I'm doing, just grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them. Be more bins, tryna reach the next plateau. And I can't stop till I achieve my goals. Keep a couple feet inside the photos, so official with the vibe and can kick up my zone. Hold on for a minute, let me count mine. You know.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damien Cry, and I am back with another freaking video, man. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day today. If you have not subscribed to the Cry family, all you gotta do is turn that bell on so you are subscribed to the channel. Also, guys, go follow me on all of my other social media platforms, one being TikTok. Don't get it confused with the fake TikTok profiles on the Real Crier family, guys. We are on the road to 150K on TikTok right now. My TikTok handle is the Real Crier family. There's a lot of Real Crier families on TikTok, Damien Crier and the Crier family. Those are all fake accounts, guys. My account is the one, I think I got 137, 138K. Also, go follow me on Facebook, also The Real Crier Family, and go follow me on my other YouTube channel called Damien Crier. We are actually on a road to 200K over there. I need to be getting my other plaque soon. Anyway, guys, as you guys can tell by the background, I know y'all see it. I think y'all like, dang, this dude about to do a cooking video, man. Yes. Your boy is finally gonna do a cooking video. I know a lot of you guys in the comment section on previous videos been saying, Mr. Crier, where's the cooking videos? What's going on? Did you forget about us? What's going on? Listen, I'm back, man. I just can't say that I'm gonna consistently be uploading cooking videos back to back. As you guys know, no one's gonna cook every single day, guys. Besides, you know, my baby girl is here now, so I got to spend more time with her making them bottles than I spend in the kitchen playing with these pots and pans. So anyway, guys, before I show y'all what I got today, man, this is crazy. I hope y'all can't see that in the video. I can't. Listen, I went to the store, man, and I bought this Tomahawk steak. You guys know the Tomahawk ribeye steak. It's the steak that you guys may have tasted before. It's not the regular ribeye steak, it's the Tomahawk. If you go to one of these expensive Brazilian steakhouses, they use nothing but the best high-grade quality meat, and one of the main meats that they use is steak, is the Tomahawk ribeye. So I'm gonna be doing this Tomahawk ribeye today. This particular steak right here was 2.37 pounds, and it was $41 to be exact. So this is my first time ever buying a steak this big, and I decided, you know, blessed me with a beautiful baby girl, so I wanted to do something special for her once again. Even though we already went out to eat to the restaurant of her choice after I lost the bet with how much our baby was gonna weigh, I still feel like that she deserves this. So before I show you guys the steak, I'm gonna show you what I'm cooking. So far, I got broccoli on back here, but it's not actually turned on yet. This is the frozen broccoli, broccoli florets. So does not like the broccoli stems, so I went with the bag of broccoli florets today. And we also have, sorry guys, we have some shrimp right here. We're gonna be making broccoli on the side, shrimp on the side. So some of these shrimp, I had to de-shell them myself. Some of these shrimps were already, had the shell off of them. I went ahead and cut up an onion and a half. You guys will see why when you guys see the size of the steak. And right here, before I show you the steak, these are the seasonings that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using onion powder seasoning, regular household black pepper. I know you guys like Old Bay seasoning for a steak. Listen guys, it's a Tomahawk. This is a Tomahawk. You put everything in the cabinet on a steak like this. Yes, Old Bay seasoning. And then, oh, we got onion powder again. Guys, I thought I had garlic powder over on the side, but it doesn't matter. We really don't need it. So we're gonna set those to the side and show you guys what we have here. Look at the freaking size of this Tomahawk steak. I don't know if the camera does this justice, guys. Yo, thumbnail shot right here. I'm gonna hold this steak in my hand. Let you guys see just how big it is. This thing is bigger. Listen, look at my head. So you guys get so because the skillet that I have, I got the biggest skillet I could use for this steak right here, and it's still not enough. How many of you guys heard me say that? No matter what you do, it's still not enough. So either I can do this. I can cut some of this bone down right here, or I can go ahead and take this huge fillet off this. You guys gotta excuse some noise. That's Dion in the background. So go ahead. And we're going to debone this tomahawk steak. And I hate to do this because the bone is where all the flavors at, guys. All the flavors right there. So look how big this bone is. That is a tomahawk steak. Like I said, I've never actually bought one of these in my life. This is the first time I've ever bought one of these steaks. So I'm trying to make sure I get all the meat, but I think most of this that I'm hitting at is mostly fat back here. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get the steak strips off here because we ain't wasting nothing, man. We ain't wasting nothing. Now I know a lot of people I seen on TikTok, and that's what inspired me to buy this steak right here. The videos on TikTok is what inspired me to buy this tomahawk steak because they be grilling these steaks. So I'm not gonna be grilling this tomahawk steak tonight. I'm gonna be actually frying it on the stove. So this is how thick this thing is, guys. The bone is off. So look, I took the bone off. Look how big it is, humongous. So this is the steak right here, guys. Cut like little chunks off of it to make it look like so. I got the steak all rinsed out, all cleaned out. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just get straight to the point, man. We're going straight to the Old Bay seasoning. Uh-oh, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that, baby? Uh-oh. Guess who done woke up, y'all? Y'all got to see her. Now I got to see part of her. Now you get to see, now you get to hear a little bit of her. Normally, both sides of my meat because this thing is so freaking humongous. I'm gonna go ahead and season both sides of it because this tomahawk deserves it. Get our onion powder on here, man. Like I said, most people, they actually grill the tomahawk. And since this is my first time cooking it, I'm not going to grill it this time. But I do know it's probably ideal to grill this steak on the grill. But today, it's gonna be on top of the stove. Comment down below if you guys have actually cooked this tomahawk steak at home. And just in case you guys don't know, ribeye is one of the best steak aside to filet mignon. People think New York strip and T-bones are the best. T-bones has that one filet on the side of it that's really tender, but the rest of the T-bone steak is kind of tough. The tomahawk steak, however, the ribeye, this steak is tender all the way through. It's not a tough steak at all. So you can actually cook this particular steak well done, medium well, it don't even matter. This steak is extremely tender. Just as I was cutting it, you can actually, just looking at it, you can see the meat just tears already. And it's actually raw. So this is a very expensive part of the filet. So, hi princess, hi beautiful. Looking like your mama over there. You got your mama eyeballs. You do got your eyes. All right, guys, so my seasoning might look a little crazy, but once I start cooking the steak, you guys will understand. And then once I do start cooking it, I will bring the camera closer so you guys can see what's going on over here. Anyway, this is what it's looking like right now. Actually, I can go ahead and just pick it up for you guys. Got that seasoning on both sides of it. That's it. It's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. Y'all see how thick it is? Yo, this thing is over an inch thick. Everybody not out here playing, bro. Straight to the stove. I hear the noise. It's going crazy up in there. Then we got these couple little strips right here that I cut off the bone. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in there. Something we can probably eat before the steak get done. Just something to just, you know, snack on and just to give it a little taste. Mix the seasonings up in there a little bit. And this steak is gonna take a little bit to cook, guys. Now, you guys do know, Sosa or myself, we do not like our steaks well done. We both are medium well type of people. She's like me, she don't wanna see no blood, a little pink on the inside, and that's it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and turn the skillet on right here for my shrimp. And I'm actually gonna season the shrimp while they're inside the pan, guys. So what I did, I went ahead and added some butter to this pan right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and melt it and then I'll put the shrimp in there. turned the broccoli on extremely low already. And I'm actually gonna turn the shrimp on extremely low as well. So, because there's not really any rush for the shrimp to get done. Most importantly, there's no rush for the broccoli to get done at all. Now, after about 15 minutes of the tomahawk on the stove cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the sauteed onions. What I'm gonna do is let that steak cook for about 12 minutes on one side. That means the steak will be halfway done. Then I'm gonna add the onions to the steak for the other 12 minutes of that side, which means the onions are cooked really good with the steak. The onions will not be overcooked, too soft. Even though too soft onions are overcooked, it's not a bad thing. So, gotta add them onions. So again, I guess we can go ahead and put a little bit seasoning inside the shrimp since we're right here. This is not gonna hurt anything. Again, we have a mixture of two different types of shrimp in here. One of them was the shelled shrimp and one of them was the de-shelled shrimp already. Certain amount of the really big shrimp. I went ahead and mixed a few smaller shrimp in here. I know you guys are probably saying, are you guys gonna eat all that steak tonight? Most likely we're not, but here's the good thing right here. If we have at least half of the steak left over, we're not gonna eat no 3 pounds of steak. So what we'll do is we do have eggs in the refrigerator. We had bacon and eggs this morning with cheese and sausage as well for Dion. So tomorrow we can actually get up and make steak and egg breakfast. So that's not a bad deal at all. So comment down below if you guys ever try a steak and egg breakfast. I know I do, and it's not something I get to eat all the time, but when I do, I definitely love it. So basically I got the shrimp in a bowl. I put a little Old Bay in there, some onion powder, black pepper. I'm just gonna use the bowl to kind of mix it up a little bit, give it that flavor. And once everything starts cooking together, the smell in the house is gonna be crazy. But I'm gonna tell you the craziest part. Yeah, it is. Now the craziest part of the video is when we put the onions in there. You put onions in something and walk into someone's home, I don't care what they cooking. You mix onions and peppers into something or just saute onions and peppers and somebody walks to your front door, they're gonna feel like, oh, you in there throwing down. What is you in there cooking? So anyway, let me bring you guys in real quick. You see the tomahawk doing its thing right there? Say hi, Tommy. Say hi, Tommy. It's doing its thing real slow. Then we got the butter right here for the shrimp already. And we got the broccoli sitting back here. So what we're gonna do, since this is no rush for this to cook, we're gonna go ahead and just put these shrimp right up in there, just like that. Move them around a little bit. And again, I got these kind of high. I'm gonna turn them down low because there is no need for those to cook fast at all. So let's go ahead and turn this. Oh, that's the back eye, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not that yet. Yeah, let's turn this one down because we don't need that high, and we definitely don't need the broccoli high. So now, I'm gonna let you guys see a part of the tomahawk on one side. So you guys can see what it's looking like. Don't want to get that lens too close. Oh, this steak is so tender, it's not even funny. Oh my, look at that, y'all. You're gonna just let that go for a little while. You're not even gonna disturb it. Like the steak strips that I took off the bone earlier, these are just the strips that came off the bone, guys. I was not gonna throw that bone in the trash without getting that extra beef off there. Ain't that right, princess? Now, once those strips come out, what I did this on purpose. I wanted to leave this little excess room right here, guys, for the sauteed onions. Hey, yo, I'm feeling good right now, man. Listen, the results are finally in, man. So the tomahawk steak, I got it done. The onions and everything, the shrimp, the broccoli, man. The tomahawk steak, I end up having to take that steak and I had to cut it down to small slices because it was so big that it looked like it was done on both sides, but the inside was rare. And I do not mess with any rare meat. Even when I go to a restaurant, if I see any type of redness on my plate from my steak, I'm literally going to lose it. So anyway, we got that steak done. That's the tomahawk. This is the results again. I took and sliced it up. You guys are gonna see a little bit pink on the inside, which is for medium well. And that's what it looks like. So the onions and everything is popping. I don't see how people can eat that whole entire tomahawk steak. Like when they put it on the grill like that, I mean, it be looking good, but I don't know, man. I can't do all that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna set this camera down, and I'm gonna make a plate real quick for so. The sauteed onions, the broccoli, the shrimp. And so now we're gonna go ahead and let baby girl do a taste test. And you know, I know some of y'all probably like, I hear the baby and hear so, but why don't see her in the video? And I'm gonna show you guys why. But before we do that, let's take this food over to her and let her get a gander. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how I do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, that's how we, oh look, hey babe, what's good? Look at you and your paint looking good.
Thank you.
So that's, look at you, you look really
So
nice.
good. Thank you.
So you got an appetite with you? Did you bring your appetite?
Yes.
You sure you ready?
I am so ready.
Are you ready for this though?
Yes.
I don't think you
I'm
can.
waiting all day for the food. Like, yes.
All day?
Ooh,
You sure you gonna be able to handle that?
that was so delicious.
Yeah.
I can't wait to eat it.
Even though I got a sharpener knife set up. I got you a knife right there.
Always catering to me.
I got your little fork right there.
Thank
You know what I'm saying? A little something right there. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you gotta give me a little sugar for this because I feel like I busted my butt doing this
You
video.
did. You did the thing. I ain't
You know
gonna
what
lie.
I'm
It looks so
saying?
good.
You know, just a little bit sugar.
You definitely did your thing.
I don't know, guys, but so you gonna eat that?
I definitely am.
I gotta get into my food real quick. But I love you guys, man. I hope that you enjoy this food.
I definitely am.
If it ain't good, you will tell me that you didn't like it, right?
Oh, I don't think that's gonna happen.
You ever had
Just
tomahawk?
tell me how delicious it is.
You ever had tomahawk steak?
I don't think so. I think this is gonna be my first time.
I made that John good too.
That's John.
That John. Somebody commented my video about John. Do you remember what the comment was?
Not really.
Y'all know what a John is, do you? A lot of y'all don't.
Person, place your thing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a Philly thing, you know
It's
what I'm saying? It's a Philly thing.
So it's not an Indiana thing? You know, we make corn.
It's a Philly
You know,
thing.
we make corn and stuff at.
It's a Philly thing.
It's not an Indiana thing. You know what our thing is in Indiana?
What?
Word.
Corn. Oh. Word.
You're like, hey, all right, hey, I see you tomorrow, bro. Word.
Word. I mean, it's y'all thing, so.
Word. Bet. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hey, you. Hey, you beautiful. How are you?
Ready to eat too. Every time I eat, she eat.
Did y'all hear her? You notice that though?
Yeah.
Every time we get ready to eat,
She eats.
she eats. I mean, I need to get me some sleep, guys, after I eat, because if you guys know, I'm up with the baby every 2-3 hours every night.
We both are. Honestly, we actually adopted a very good system where we both up. Because at first we was doing like your night, my night, but then we was like, you know what? We both about to be up. So we actually adopted a very good system.
So basically, we both, baby has to be fed, what, every 3 hours?
2 to 3 hours. It depends on how sometimes she wakes up every 2 hours, sometimes she wakes up every 3 hours. Depends how she feels.
So basically, every 2 to 3 hours, so wake up. That's what I have to wake up to. We have a really good system. I perform certain things, and she does the other
It's
stuff.
helpful. Very
Yep.
helpful.
And then we both go back to sleep. And right as I close my eyes, hey, wake up! It's time to do it again. I be like, I be trying my
It
best
is
to
what
like,
it is.
yes, sweetheart.
All parents know, newborn parents know what it is.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about having a child, just remember, they're beautiful, lovable, and there are blessings. But just know, your sleep days for the first couple months is over with.
Yeah, well, actually, there's a couple of things that I want to ask you before we leave. I had about 10 questions. I know we've been talking for a while, but these are just some questions that's been on my mind. So, like 10 questions I just want to ask you.
But is it important? I'm gonna really take off.
It's very important. I think that, yeah, before we leave, these are just some things that, I just want to know.
Oh, something that can't wait. I guess right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you said 10 questions.
Yeah, like 10 questions. Nothing bad. You know, I just wanna see where your mind's at a little bit with some things. You know, I know we've been talking for a while, but it is something that I feel like I should ask you.
Oh, okay. This was unexpected.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well.
Okay.
Oh, you wrote them down?
So yeah, I actually have them on my phone, so let me go ahead and just pull them up.
How long you been planning this right here? You got them written down and everything?
Yeah, I just come up with questions over time, you know.
Can I?
I'm gonna ask you. I can show you the top, you know, questions for Damien. You can see the.
Oh, wow.
But just some questions that, you know, over time I just come up with, just so, you know, some things I just got down really quick in my phone.
You mind if I hit my geek bar? Because I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, you can go ahead. That's fine. Don't get nervous.
Oh, I'm just saying.
You're very well spoken. I think you'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, I appreciate that too. You're very well spoken yourself. Okay. I was going to set the GoPro up and do something different with you, but I wasn't expecting it. So let me just do a less of, what you say? This?
Yeah.
And do more of this.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be talking. I mean, I don't want to say it's like an interview, but it might feel like one.
Okay.
You'll be fine. So.
I think you're fine. So I'm sure I will be.
So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the first question I have.
Okay.
So I want to know, Damien, what makes you feel loved the most when you're in a relationship?
What makes me feel loved the most when I'm in a relationship?
Yes.
Wow. Well, wow.
Think about it. Don't answer quick. I want you to really think about it.
What makes me feel loved the most when I'm in a relationship is one of the big key things for me. It makes me feel loved when I'm talking to my partner. And my partner actually looks at me while I'm talking, and able to answer key questions, you know, not just hear the things that she wants to hear, but she actually hears everything that I'm saying. Not just things that I'm saying that apply to her, but things that I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying the things that apply to her that makes me feel a certain type of way. Another thing that makes me feel love when I'm in a relationship is especially, I'm like a cuddly bear. Like, it makes me feel love when I lay down and my girl don't just get in the bed and just turn her back to me. I always like when she lays her head on my chest. And, you know, but looking at me in the eye when we're talking, making eye contact with me is extremely important. Because you can be talking to someone and just be blurting stuff out, but you're not even really looking at them. You know, but looking at me in my eyes is like one of the big things. And I'm going to tell you another big thing. See, you should never ask me these questions because I can talk for days.
I know. That's why I just feel like I need to hear these things, you know.
Another big thing that really makes me feel loved is like, you know, the occasional, when we out in public, like the occasional touch, grabbing my hands, laughing, like touching me and stuff, like not like inappropriate. Like if we laugh at the story, we like, oh baby, so silly. It's like, yeah, it's like the little things to me. You know that right there already. It's the little things to me that mean the most to me. Especially it makes me feel like I'm really genuinely loved when I'm in a relationship. And, you know, the fact that my partner calls my name, she's letting me know, Damien, I'm talking to you. Or, hey, did you hear me? No, you're like, Damien, I'm not playing with you. Damien, did you hear me? Damien, you know, like, I love it. It drives me crazy, you know. Wow, that was a really good question. I don't think I've ever really been asked that. You know what? I have not ever been asked that question before.
Well, now I know.
So what is this, like just a Q&A with just the questions and me answering? And...
Pretty much. That's why I said it might feel like an interview, but these are just questions that I jotted down.
So nobody put you up to this? You didn't put like a post up or nothing?
No, I didn't. It's stuff that I actually genuinely would like to know. So I wrote it down so I can get the answers, you know?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, so that was really good. So now the second question that I have is, I want you to really think about this because I know how you are. Do you feel like there are man and woman roles in a relationship?
Do I feel like that there are men and women roles in a relationship?
Yes. And if the answer is yes, what do you feel like are specific men and women roles in a relationship? Or do you think it should just be equal? Like, how do you feel?
Well, I'm going to say yes. I believe that there should be man and woman's roles in a relationship. You know, and this reminds me of a question you asked me on one of our challenges months ago. I said it was like a trick question, but it's really not a trick question. But I feel like that there should be a man's role and a woman's role. I believe that the man who calls himself a man, he should be able to always take the bulls by the horn. Grab the bulls by the horn and take charge. Ask questions. Don't just assume that, she's good, you know. Ask her, hey, is everything okay? Do you need anything? When I'm going to the store, hey, babe, do you need anything? Hey, while I'm at the store, I'm just randomly texting you, hey, thinking about your love. You know, let me know if you need anything about the store. I feel like as a man it should be equal in a relationship. That's why I said trick question. But the roles of a man is almost the same as the roles of a woman. But I think the man should go harder, if not being in competition with this woman. The man should go harder to try to provide more, to be more attentive, because in a relationship, whether you married or you got just a girlfriend or boyfriend, you're dating, I believe the man has to be his woman's friend. He has to be her husband. He has to be her girlfriend. He has to be a lot of characters in a woman, because your woman's going to want to talk to people to express how they feel, because they feel that a man won't listen to them. So you have to be a lot of people in one person. And you know, I know women are really, really good listeners, but sometimes men, we are not really good listeners. And sometimes that's annoying when it's like, there's no feedback. Like if you playing the role as my woman, well, not playing the role, but if you're the role as my woman and you're asking me questions about a certain situation, you don't expect me to just say, You want me to give you feedback, and you want to know why I'm saying what I'm saying. I believe, yes, the woman should work as hard as the man, but I believe at the end of the day, the man should really be there to catch most of that weight, because women bear a lot of responsibilities, whether we realize it or not. You know, and y'all different than men. And what I mean is more than just physical beings. There's things about a woman that could change how that woman feels right then and there. She could be a happy woman and could have a bad cramp that could really take her to a whole different attitude. And a man may not know why that woman has that attitude, and just assume that, oh, here we go again. Oh, you back on that. Ask, what's wrong, baby? Okay? And she may just tell you something that's going to shock you, like, babe, I had a really bad dream. I had a really bad stomach cramp this morning. You know, or she may say, you know, babe, I went to use the restroom at 3 a.m, and there was piss all over the toilet seat, and I sat in it. So you may not know unless you ask. So I believe, yes, that there should be a man role and a woman's role in a relationship. You know, people think that a woman's role is because if a man got money, they feel like that the woman should have money. Me, I'm not like that. I don't care if a woman is broke, dusted, busted, broke. Well, I don't mean like dusty,
Yeah,
but I'm saying a woman don't have to have what I have for me to get with a woman. If she's good to me, she's honest with me, and like she's keeping it real with me, I feel like that we come into a relationship with the same thing. Everything will have to be financial. I feel like if she's a good-hearted woman, I feel like that we're gonna get along just fine. But yes, I do feel like a woman's role is just as important as a man's role in that aspect. But this is a conversation that it's like politics. There's never gonna be an ending to it, because I can go on and on and on. But the answer is yes.
And my third question, thank you, that was really good too. I do agree. I do agree. How would you respond to your partner physically assaulting you during an argument? You know how you get into a heated argument possibly, and the other person might hit you, slap you, something physical. How would you respond to a situation like that in a heated argument?
Wow.
That happens a lot, actually. I feel like a lot of women, they do hit the men, especially if they argue and they might slap him, hit him, throw something at him, you know.
Okay. Well, wow, that's a really good question. How would I respond if a woman physically assaulted me during an argument? Well, I will say this right here. Off of instincts, people tend to jump in defense mode. I have been put in a situation where I was physically assaulted before. This was maybe by someone that I was dating. It was like right after I moved down here to Houston. And how I responded, well, the reason for me getting assaulted is because she was arguing about something, and instead of me arguing back, I just laughed at her, and she got mad because I laughed at her. And she kind of just like, you know. But I think now with me being the age that I am, and a lot of it don't really have age, but I think what I want to say is wisely. Your thoughts become your words becomes your actions becomes your character, and your character becomes your destiny. And I say that to say this, you know, we don't really know how we're going to respond in certain situations, but I would say right now today, because I do know women do hit men and assault them, but I also know men do stuff to provoke it. I know men do stuff to provoke it. If you got a woman and you're telling your woman that you're at work and you're on the way home and you're 20 minutes from home and you're supposed to be home at, like, you normally walk in about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you walk in the house at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, your wife or woman been calling you, texting you concern. You walk in the door and she's screaming at the top of her lungs trying to figure out what the hell going on, and you think that it's funny to you. Most women are going to assault a man. So I think, yes, we shouldn't put our hands on each other, but I do know a lot of guys bring it on themselves. A woman ain't going to just walk up and just smack the hell out of a man for no reason. But how I would respond to what was the most important question. Back then, years ago, even in 2018, 2019 when it happened, I still didn't react. I didn't put my hands on her. But I think how I would react to it is, honestly, I would try to defuse that situation immediately. If it continues to happen and she continues to put her hands on me, I'm going to put her out. And if that don't work, putting her out, hey, you need to leave right now, I have no choice but to get the law involved. Because I feel like if I put my hands back on her, in most cases, I'm going to be a little stronger than her, a little bigger than her. And, you know, me being in, you know, I've been in prison. I told you about that in the beginning, right? You know, I didn't hide. I never hid anything from you. I never hid anything from you at all. I've always been open with you and transparent about everything. I have never physically put my hands on a woman ever in my life. I have never physically assaulted a woman ever in my entire life. Have I yelled and cursed? Yes, I've never physically grabbed a woman, grabbed her by her throat, physically hit her, nothing. I've had a situation where I had to defend myself, and it was pretty much pushing you off me. But I think in a situation like that, because this is a very delicate situation, and I really don't believe in men putting their hand on women. I don't. I've actually watched someone very, very dear to me that I love extremely, extremely dearly. I mean, love extremely dearly. I watched someone that I love extremely dearly get physically abused multiple times. It's just, so I would, yeah. So basically, I would actually, again, I would do what I can to defuse the situation. And if she keeps putting her hand on me, I'm going to eventually have to tell her to leave or call the police. Sometimes as men, we do stuff on purpose so our woman can physically hit us because we think it's cute to see just how much that she really loves us. But a woman shouldn't have to put her hands on a man to prove how much that she really loves him. But that's what I would do. I would try to walk away from her or you. I don't think I'm going to strike you because when we do stuff out of anger, as you both know, when two people argue, they don't yell nice obscenities at each other.
Obviously.
When two people argue, they say the worst things that's going to hurt each other. But if you were to strike me, I don't think I would strike you back at all. But But I do know what I would do next would probably cause you to strike me even more, because I'll laugh in your face, call you all out your name, and you really gonna be pissed off. But I'm not going to hit her back, because there's other ways to deal with it. There was a part of me at one time that probably would have like, shoot, you gonna hit me, I'm gonna hit you too. I think we've all said it, but will I actually physically do it? I've never done it. Just quiet mode. Right there.
All right.
Let me sleep. Wow, this is scary.
But I still feel like women shouldn't put their hands on men and men shouldn't put their hands on women. I feel like if you're going to start doing that, it should be something that's confronted immediately. Like, you know, in a relationship.
Yeah, it needs to
like,
be
as soon as it
addressed.
happens, it should be just seethed.
And then after, yes, and I don't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry. And then after, like you guys get over what led to the altercation, and y'all apologize, make up, everybody's back home, I don't think the situation should just be let go and thrown under the cover. I think it should be talked about and addressed. Right. So next time it doesn't happen as far as the physical. You know, sometimes talking stuff out, it does work, you know, it does. Like, I used to be one, I argue 2 or 3 days later, everything back together, and then we don't talk about it no more. But it's still a situation that needs to be addressed of why it happened in the first place. What made you get so angry when you put your hands on me? What made me feel like it was okay to tell my woman, I'll be home when I get off work at 3:30, and I walk in the house the next day in the early a.m. some laughing, smelling like alcohol. You know, I don't think that that's funny. So, but yeah.
You said I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay. I guess the next question, so this one's gonna be pretty good. How can you tell the difference between a woman trying to use you and a woman who genuinely values and wants to be with you for the long term? How can you tell the difference?
Wow, it's really odd that you asked me this question. You know, before I answer the question, I want to say something to you. So I woke up this morning, and you know, like your phone has premieres on it. Like if somebody sent you a message on Instagram and stuff like this. So it was this premiere I had on my phone this morning. And this lady, it's a troll account, obviously. She sent me a message like 3 months ago. And she was saying this and saying that. And this just like an example. And then I looked at her profile, 0 pictures, follow one person, the other thing, 0 pictures. And she had so much to say. But I never responded much to her. So this morning I woke up, it says, oh, you need to be careful. The red flags on Sosa was right there. All the red flags is right there. You need to be really careful with her. Exactly. She says, I see the red flags. And you know what I did? I went right to her profile and I blocked her. And then I went to look at my video that we dropped recently. Which one was it? We dropped this today. You and Darian choosing what I do for my birthday. And I seen that same person under a troll account name saying red flag, so I blocked her. So when I see stuff like that, I laugh at them, because recently I have seen comments where people say, you barely know her. Y'all don't even know each other. Y'all just started dating. And that means that we both are doing something right. You know what I'm saying? It means people don't really know just how long that we've been talking. They feel like that we just started talking or something. But what they don't know, this just didn't start 5 months ago. This didn't start 6 months ago. This didn't start 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months ago, guys. We've been knowing each other for a while. And what people don't realize is that you do just as much for me as I do for you. And that's what people don't see, because we don't put everything on camera. But the question was, again, I'm sorry, how do I know when someone's using me and when someone's genuinely for me?
Yes.
I know when somebody is genuinely with me for me, and how I know somebody is using me. A person is using me, I feel like one of the signs I would notice is they're always asking me for stuff. And they would usually only call me or reach out to me if they need something from me. But I don't really hear from them on a regular basis, like, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? A person that's asking me about my health, how I'm doing every single day. A person that's constantly wanting to know if I mean, woman asking a man, hey, did you eat today, babe? And want to know, what have you eaten today? And you tell them, and they're telling you, oh, babe, you stop eating that because it's not good for you. And this is the reason why. You can always tell, like The woman's not asking me for anything. I'm just doing stuff. She don't throw little subliminals like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna pay this today. Like, I never ever hear that. It's kind of hard to explain. You can tell when a person's using you. Again, like I said, there are so many signs. I think someone said something about the tattoo that I showed in the video, put my name on you. And they felt like, oh, they don't even realize that's, I don't want to really say too much because I don't think it's appropriate to let everybody know too much personal stuff. But you can always feel when a person's using you. Like I said, I've been used before more than one time, on more than one occasion. I feel like if a person is not really into you, they don't really compliment you and stuff like that, you know, they just there for the ride. I feel like what I'm doing now, I feel like, you know, if this all went away, I feel like that my relationship would still be solid because it's not built off materialistic things. I feel like you came into it, and I know the question is just not about you, it's just about examples.
Right.
But you came in with your own stuff. Like, you have a very, very, very good career. And so I feel like, you know, that we both can add to each other, you know, and if you were to ask me if I feel like that you're using me, and if someone were else to ask me, do I feel like that you're using me, I'll just look at it and laugh because they don't really know what's going on.
Right.
Like, how can you know what's going on based off a video? They don't know the amount of time we spend together, the things that we do. You know, I guess they don't realize that we're praying people. And I'm not gonna say they, but it's the people who does like the weird stuff, like with the IG messages. But you know, you can always tell when a person is using you. But if I was asked if I feel like I was being used, absolutely not. This one brings as much to the table as I bring to the table. The only difference between So-So and myself, my business is on social media. Her business is off of social media. And that's really all it needs to be really said. But yes, you can always tell when someone's using you and when somebody genuinely loves you. But we're gonna try to speed this up a little bit, y'all.
So my second question, it might kind of be like the last one, but maybe a little different. So it is, do you feel like you have poor judgment of character when it comes to people that you allow in your life?
Yes, I do. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I have a very poor judgment of character when it comes to the people I allow in my life. Because I'm the type of person, you know, I come from a very big family. A lot of people in my family been married for a lot of years, and they came from nothing to building their own, you know, little small business, working on houses and contracting companies. And I felt like me always wanting that family, which I'm accustomed to having a family. You know, I was married for a long term. I was so used to that family life, and it's like I always wanted that because it grew on me. And now that it grew on me, it's actually in me. It grew in me as well. And it's like I feel like I had a wrong judgment of character because I allowed my lust to make the decisions for me, not really thinking long term. And so I believe a lot of decisions that I made, you know, weren't really the best decisions, you know, as far as my judgment of character. But yeah, I believe that my judgment of character has really played a big role in things that happen to me. And, you know, I blame the other person instead of blaming myself. Because really I could have made better decisions, better judgment of character. So I think that played a lot of roles and things, you know. Yeah, in my life. I hope I answered that right.
You did. I think a lot of it sometimes I feel like I could have a poor judgment of character too because you just feel like you have a big heart.
And that's one thing I've been told.
Like giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Oh my God, my family tells me all the time, like, Damien, you have a very big heart. People would take that and squish it. They will take it and squish it. They will squish it, man. And then, you ever hear that saying, people leave you for dead and get mad when you survive?
Yeah.
And it, you know,
say it a lot.
yeah, it was one of those situations, man. Like I know my heart. I know I'm a good person. I know I am. I mean, you've been talking to me, man, for quite a while now. You ain't seen me switch up.
Never wrong. Yep. So the next question, it might be getting a little super personal, but here we are.
It's all good. I mean, if I'm not comfortable answering it on camera, I won't answer it on camera. But I'll answer it to you personally.
All right. So me knowing that you have 7 children, this is a question I would like to ask. How do you feel about having more children in the future?
You know, wow. I mean, me having 7 children, how I feel about having more children in the future, you know, I wouldn't mind having another child in the future, but I would not do it out of marriage this time. I have to be married. I want to be married. I want to have a family. I don't want to just be having kids like that anymore. Yeah, I don't want to keep doing that, you know, and I know that might sound strange, like, man, 7 kids later now, you know, I always wanted to, first I had trust issues where I never wanted to get married again, you know, and now I do want to get married again. Do I want another child? Yes, I do. I know children come with a lot of responsibilities, you know, and I have, you know, small ones that I'm trying to, you know, get things situated with right now. So yes, you know, I do want to have more children. I want to have that family life. I want to wake up one day and all of my rooms in this house is full. I got a 4-bedroom. I want all those rooms to be full of toys, TVs, beds. I want to go in there and yell at them and tell them to pick this stuff up, get that food out the room. I want to do the family stuff just like everybody else do. So yes, I definitely would want another child. Even if that make 8, or if it make 9, whatever happens, I just want to be married. And I don't think that's too much to ask for because, you know, I divorced about 5.5 years ago, and I didn't rush right back into another marriage, you know, and so I felt like I get married, I definitely want another child. I want a child by my wife, you know, I want a child by my wife, not by my girlfriend or somebody that I'm just dating or seeing. Because it means more to me. I want that whole family set up. I worked hard for all this just to get to that point and meet that special someone. You know, to start that family with and potentially have another child one day. So yeah, I would.
Okay. Thank you for answering that.
All
right. The next one. How would you respond in a situation where your partner is mentally or not mentally stable or dealing with some form of addiction, whether that be like alcohol or drugs, while you're already in a relationship?
Okay, if this going on now, if it's okay, I'm glad that you put that on the end. While I'm in a relationship and I feel that she's already, like, we're in that relationship, I'm already deep into her, you know, I can't turn my back on her.
Right.
If I feel like that she has a problem, addiction, you know, as me as her husband, her man, it's my job, it's my duty, it's my responsibility to help her with that situation. I'm not going to turn my back on her. But because what's a problem for her is a problem for me. Because it's going to not just affect her and me, it's going to affect our entire household. It's going to cause problems. It's going to cause financial issues. She's going to have to get help, and I'm going to help her get help. I'm not going to sit there and dog her, but I'm going to show her tough love. Whether she wants to get the help or not, I'm going to nearly force her to get it. I'm going to be on her top every day, like, listen, you need to stop doing those drugs. You need to stop doing that. You need to quit. You got people out here that's addicted to stuff like pornography, where they can't stop watching porn. You got people out here addicted to sex. We all love sex. We love it. It feels good. But we have people that's just overly addicted to it, where they can't go without it. They can't get it at home. They go somewhere to get it. And that's not cool. You got people that's addicted to alcohol. You know, drugs. Drugs is like the #1 leading cause of addiction. And I believe in trying to walk that person through it, because if you love somebody and you really true to them, you don't turn your back on them. So I would definitely, my response to them would be to help them. I want to help them. You know, that's my responsibility. That is my responsibility. Yep.
Thank you. So next one, do you think a relationship can be repaired after someone cheats? Think about that hard, huh?
For me, so
It's a wrap.
no, I mean I'm not gonna say it's a wrap, but for me, one of my biggest issues has been trust issues. You know, and I have been cheated on multiple times. And it's like for me, it's like even if you forgive the person, in a way, you're still letting them know that they can get away with it. You know, I just felt like that would be something that would have to need some extensive work on it, because it's like if I'm giving you all you got, me, then why would you have to go cheat on me? Like why would, oh God, it's a herder. That is a herder. But it's like it would be hard to forgive, because it's like my trust issues was almost like a drug addiction. It was like something I could never get over it. And I used to say so many times that I'm not trusting nobody. You know, and finally I have let my guards down. Now I've let my guards down. But it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
You know that.
I know.
You know that. It wasn't easy for me to let my guards down. You know, but I forgive. I can forgive them and really not ever mess with them or deal with them ever again. I can forgive them in my heart.
Yeah. So in other words,
But it would be hard for me to move forward, because it would be so hard for me to move forward. I would want to, in my heart, I would want to move forward, especially if we got time invested in each other. But it would be so hard for me not to look at her and not think about the other guy that was kissing all on her body and touching all over her. It would be hard. It would be so hard. Because when I think about a person cheating, I go deep into the thoughts of how was he touching her body? How was he caressing her? I know it might sound kind of weird. What type of sounds was she making with him versus the sounds she made with me? I go deep into it when it goes to cheating. I think about, was he rubbing her neck and back and doing it? It would be so hard for me. It would be hard. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know if I can answer that question without really lying.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, I think cheating for me is a deal breaker. Because like you said, once it happens once, it's like you're giving them the green light. Like, it's okay. I'm going to forgive you.
You're literally giving them the green light. There's no doubt about it. I mean, where you go?
I have to, but I'm just going to ask the last one. Do you think a woman's number of partners matters, or in other words, her body count matters when going into a relationship with a man?
Honestly, that is an important part of it. But when I look back at things, like me, I have multiple children. And so I'm no one to sit here and try to judge a woman who has multiple body counts in her past. Because we got to remember that pastor used to be a drug dealer before he became a pastor. A pastor was a pimp before he became a pastor. A pastor spent time in prison before he became a pastor. I think, like, if a woman has a lot of body counts on her, and it's a new relationship, and she's cleaned up her act, and she's really got it together, you have to say that she had a past before she met you. He had a past before you met him, so you shouldn't really hold a person's past on. If a woman got a lot of body counts on her back then, that doesn't define her as the woman that she is today. I think at some point we was all buck wild at one point in our life. But I don't think that should really matter, because would you rather meet someone who's never cheated on someone before, or would you rather meet someone and be with them long term if they never dated anyone else before? No, you want to be with somebody who's dated before, somebody who's cheated before, somebody who knows what it's like to be out there, because if you don't, you cuff them and you're all that they know, they're going to always wonder what they're missing. So at least if you got that person who's been through that, they know what they're missing and what they're not missing out there. Therefore, they don't have a reason to want to go do it, if that makes sense. But no, I don't think that she should be judged, because the only thing that should matter is how she's treating you. Is she cheating on you? Because she could turn around and say, well, don't you got such and such kids? Don't you got this many children? So, like, you really can't judge. And I don't feel like because she had body counts before they got together that she did anything wrong. She was just living her life. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't do nothing wrong at all. You got somebody to tell me?
No.
Just kidding. But go ahead and ask me that one that you
Oh,
were
the
gonna
last
skip
one?
over. We got one more, guys.
So I guess this is me probably giving you an opportunity to ask a question. So, what's one thing that men are afraid to ask women?
Look.
I cannot with you. Seriously.
Question that men are afraid to ask women. There's one thing for me, like, I'm not going to sit here and cap, I would ask you. I mean, you're younger than me, obviously, but people think that you're just so young. They don't even know the truth. Let's just say black don't crack. We carry it very well. One thing that I would want to know, that I would be afraid to ask, is I would want to know that am I truly, really the only person that you're dealing with? I didn't say man, woman, the only person that you are dealing with when it comes to being intimate, saying I love you, and that we really going to make this work. Am I really, truly the only one? That's a question a lot of men are afraid to ask women, because in most cases they know a woman's going to lie to them because they know how much it's going to hurt him.
Are you asking me that question?
I mean, that's one of the questions I would be afraid to ask one, but I would actually want to answer. Hell yeah, I'm asking that question.
Well, absolutely. The answer is yes. I feel like grown people, at this point, you can be honest and say, no, you're not the only person I'm dealing with. Or, yes, you are. I mean, it's either one or the other. I don't feel like people at a certain age have to lie about it anymore. People date multiple people all the time, and it's like, you can choose which lifestyle you want to be a part of. I just don't think it's that complicated. It's not that hard.
And I guess I could ask another question since you opened the door for that, and then we'll go ahead and end it.
Okay.
You know, I guess my question would be to you is, you've been knowing me for quite a while. You know, the question would be is, are you genuinely happy being with me?
I'm very happy, and I feel like not only me telling you that I'm happy, I feel like I truly do. And I show it to you daily.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I agree with that 100%.
I'm definitely happy, and if I wasn't, I would let you know.
Yeah.
You would feel it, and I would see it.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, this was an unexpected video right here. But I guess for the one or two, you know, wants to slide into my DM and ask me the weird questions about being used and red flags. Listen, the one thing that you cannot do, man, is stop what God has planned, man. We both pray every single day, man. You know, and we see stuff, we choose not to respond to it. There's a lot of stuff that I wanted to respond to. She wasn't going to allow me to respond, you know, and I'm glad that I didn't. We prayed about the situation. Did it make the situation go away? No, it didn't. But you know what it did to the situation? It brought peace to me. It brought peace to my household, to my family. And so, you know, people are going to always think what they want to think, especially when they see somebody new in your life. And they think that person is new in your life, but they don't realize that person has been there for quite a while. It's just new to them people because they're just now seeing you more. But anyway, I mean, that was a pretty good video, though. I mean,
well, I appreciate you for answering all those questions, you know, giving me a little bit more feedback about you, who I'm with, you know, your values.
I mean, everything that you see about me, like, moving forward, it won't be pretty, you know, but just know a lot of it is not true. You know, I made crazy mistakes in the past, decisions, you know, and I got myself out of them. I'm not a cheater. I've told you that. I've said it before on this platform multiple times. I don't put my hand on women. I don't do all that crazy stuff, man, that some, you know, people hear about me on the internet or whatever. But just know, I am them. I'm him. I'm him. I'm a hard worker.
I'm happy.
I love hard. I love hard. I'm a good person. I'm very outgoing. I love to have fun. Like I said, I don't have to really tell you this because you already know all this. I mean, this stuff you already know about me. But I think it was a really cool video. You guys comment down below and smash that like button. She hit me with a surprise I was not expecting. But at the same time, I'm glad that you did. Donna, are you ready to make these runs?
I'm ready.
Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Good job. So, you did good. Give me a hug. I like that. That was actually, yeah. What's it? Oh, you get the heck away from me. Well, dang, excuse me. Ladies first then. Let's get it. I'm nervous. That's a little weak spin. I'm gonna show you how to spin.
What you want me to do?
I'm gonna show you how a ball spin.
Oh, I was gonna pass. That's crazy. So you just gonna skip me? I guess you first.
Man, okay. Wait, okay. I thought pass meant you go again. Or do you?
No.
Oh,
I think you get skipped and then the next person goes.
That's right. It's been a while since I don't even see these challenges a lot anymore. Maybe we can bring them back.
Dang!
Pass again, 2 passes.
Maybe we should have so many passes.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, did y'all see that weak spin?
Dang, there's a bottle of water whole? So I gotta drink a whole bottle of water without stopping.
No.
Oh wait.
I don't have to drink the bottle.
Oh, okay.
See, hey, I just said it, guys. I haven't seen this game done in a while. We haven't done it in a while. But if I spin something, land on it, you have to do it. So so I have to drink a bottle of water. Let me get a bottle of water, guys.
No more.
Oh my God.
We should have it all out already, but it's just
water. That's my fault.
Dang, are you gonna be able to drink that whole bottle of water without stopping?
You know what though? I have been a little sweaty today, working out and stuff, so I can use the water. You know what I'm saying?
Without stopping though.
Without stopping.
Oh my God. No, David. You feeling that?
Brain freeze. It's a brain freeze.
Oh, you failed.
It's over with?
It's over.
I failed, guys. Listen. Y'all see the sweat coming off this bottle? Fresh out the refrigerator. What I should have did was got a bottle of room temperature water.
You got brain freeze.
There's no way. Brain freeze. Yes, ma'am.
So we crossed out the one that we used. Okay.
Woo!
Cross it out.
Or just for that big ugly line. Good. My whole brain is freezing. Oh my God. Y'all see that weak spin she did? She was like,
So it can land on something other than pads.
that was so weak though.
You know what? You're not gonna talk about you're not gonna talk about how I spend.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See, I didn't know that whatever it lands on, the other person gotta do it. Like, wait, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Do a silly dance.
Silly dance. Give me that marker.
What I'm gonna do?
You better do something.
Oh my God. He putting me on the spot.
We didn't say all cute stuff either. We said silly.
Alright, I'm trying to think of something, guys. I don't know. What could be silly? Like, I don't know, like. I don't know. Something. Something silly.
Okay, that was a nice one. You did a silly dance. Me, I probably would have got off the hook, but I would have climbed the wall. Like, yeah. Oh, my bad. It's over with.
You ripped your pants like.
Yeah.
Please don't land on pads. Please don't land on pads. Do an impression of me.
Oh.
Oh my God. So
I didn't even know. You know, guys, before we started this challenge, I didn't even know that was on there. Do an impression of you. Okay.
Oh Lord, here we go.
This is so in the restroom, guys.
In the restroom?
Flossing her teeth every day.
Really?
Pay attention to how I'm standing, guys.
Really, Damien? That's how I be?
What you looking at, babe? Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh my God. Really? I have my leg like that?
Babe, stop looking at me. Stop it, Damien.
Get out of here.
That's what you be doing, though. That's what you be doing. For real. You know I ain't lying either.
Oh my God. That's silly.
Trying to get off.
It'd be true because he just be staring at me while I'm in the restroom.
Stop it, Cap.
He just be looking at me.
Cap. You trying to be all like who dental floss is all cute? Just no.
What in the world?
your boy.
I'm nervous.
You got the song.
I don't want to go land on it.
Don't be scared. Also, if we land on one, y'all, if we land on one that's already been marked off, then it's like the next person's go. So.
Alright, so who's a pass for that?
Pass. Y'all see that? Y'all see that, right? That little...
Tell me a joke.
Oh, Lord. I don't know many jokes, right?
I was just saying the same thing.
Okay. Let's see. What do you call a cow? Y'all gonna like this. If you get this right, I'm gonna be mad. What do you call a cow with no legs?
No legs?
What do you call a cow with no legs? What do you call a cow with no legs? Think about it. A cow with no legs.
I don't know.
You want me to give you an answer?
Yes.
What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef.
Really? How would you ground beef though? Lord.
But it's true though, right?
It's true.
It's true. A cow with no legs. I can hear some of you. Hey, I can hear 2 or 3 of y'all through this video right now. I swear I hear 2 or 3 of y'all through this video right now saying ground beef, so ground beef. But it makes sense though, right?
Yeah.
Cow with no legs, it's ground beef, beef on the ground.
Lord.
I had to come up with something quick. And that's how you think on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Ground beef.
You know what? Why you say that? Why you say that?
Because.
Cause what? Cause what?
Because I'm down. I'm down.
Go ahead, Dean. Go ahead.
All right.
Your turn.
Well, that's how you spin right there, man. All that soft stuff, man. We don't do all that.
I was on the same one.
Yeah.
Dang.
We keep landing on one. Come on now. I have to cut some of it out. Pass. It's on you. Oh, she did a little soft spin on me. Okay.
Listen, if we don't get anything that we haven't done already.
It's spaghetti. Work.
What? Oh my God.
Let me give you a beat. Hey, imagine you had this work. You know, that ain't happening.
Why I gotta do all the dancing stuff? Someone just press my butt on camera. Dang. Try to do it seriously or try to do it jokingly? I don't know. I don't know if I really want to press for YouTube.
My lips getting tired.
Dang.
Okay, that's it. They don't need to see all that. All right. They don't need to see all that. I just said.
You don't want to be the twerk.
They don't need to see all that. Okay, shoot. What the heck is going on?
You want to be the twerk.
You're in trouble.
Dang. I will knock the thing over.
Imagine me having to twerk up my flat crier. But
Dang. And then landed on twerk for you too. I think we pretty much.
why don't land on the purple? Why don't land on the purple one? Come on. You know what I'm saying? She got to kiss you, boy. Hold on, guys. So I get my color
You
match.
about to get all my lip gloss on you.
We get a little, my lips dry, me moist with a little of this hair grease I got on my head.
Now, why would you do all that?
I ain't got no hair grease on my hair. That's just hair dye. Oh, that's black.
There go your kids.
Did my lips change colors?
No, it just lip gloss.
So let me see what else we have here, guys, because we keep running into
The same thing.
a lot of the same thing. So let's see what this one is. We have, beside the passes, we're going to cross the passes out for a specific reason, because it's going to help me better to be able to figure out what is going on. We had Kiss Me, we got 2 Kiss Me spots. So we have 5 jumping jacks and embarrassing story. And we also have rap song silly. So we're gonna do 2 spins apiece, guys, and see if we can land on these. If not, then we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this. So let's go. Yep. Okay, that's 1 spin for you. Okay, second spin for you. Second spin for me. Okay guys, so we cannot land on, so what we're gonna do is we are going to do this right here. I'll be right back.
What's happening? Oh my goodness.
No. Whistle while you twerk. Mind body. Hey, wow. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do, guys. I have a sheet of paper, and we're gonna figure out the last ones here. So Sophia, I want you to. So who would you want last? You or me?
Me.
Yeah. So technically, it's on me to spin. So this is what we're gonna do. You have to guess a number between 1 and 5. I have written down. Okay.
I have to guess a number between 1 and 5.
Between 1 and 5.
And what?
And if you guess the number between 1 and 5, I have to, if you guess the right number between 1 and 5, I have to choose one of the last 3 to do.
Okay. 1 and 5, I'm gonna say 7. I mean.
What? 1 and 5? You get 7 from 1 to 5? What the heck? What do you get?
I don't know why I was thinking 1 to 10. You know what? Stop. I'm gonna say 5.
No. 3.
You know what? Whatever.
Okay. You messed up. So you have to.
I have to choose one to do.
I'm not gonna choose jumping jacks. I get to choose one for you to do.
We have embarrassing story. We have jumping jacks, kiss me, and rap contest.
Okay. You gotta tell an embarrassing story. What is that embarrassing story?
Oh my God! An embarrassing story.
Yep.
Dang, I'm about to get put on the spot.
What is
I can get put on the spot all day.
What is it? And how do you figure? I got put on the spot. Well, actually, you did get put on the spot.
All day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then I had to twerk. I had to do a silly dance. Oh my God.
I don't know. We might be cutting that twerk out, man. Too much going on in there.
Okay, an embarrassing story. Let me think. All right, so
Think about it.
I'm gonna just tell you. On my 21st birthday, I had a party. You know how they be having them little parties at lounges, whatever, for your birthday. I actually took, I took advantage of it. I had a party at this lounge event, and it was on the top floor, all the way upstairs. So of course, on your 21st birthday, what you doing? We getting drunk. So of course I'm getting drunk, and I decided to wear some like super tall heels. They had to be like 6 inches. They were super tall. So of course when I first got there, I got up the steps just fine. But when the party was over and it was time to go down the steps, I went down the steps. I fell all the way down. I fell down the steps on my 21st birthday, and I just got back up like nothing happened because I was so drunk. But the next day when I started to replay the whole story in my head, I was just so embarrassed. I was more embarrassed the second day than actually would have happened. But
Yeah.
that's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to me.
So
one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to me.
So basically, you fell and then you regrouped yourself by getting up and continuing to do your thing.
But everybody was looking. I'm sure they were always looking like, did this girl just fall down the steps? It wasn't. I didn't hurt myself, and it wasn't like no wrong footsteps, but I fell down the steps. In those hills.
That would have been embarrassing. There was a lot of people there.
Every year, was a lot of people.
A lot of people. All right, so you
Yeah.
know. Just a lot of
So
people.
1 to 5. I don't know why I said 7.
So guys, we got 2 left. We got rap silly song and we got 5 jumping jacks.
All right, Damien. Guess the number that I chose from 1 to 5.
5.
Wrong. 1.
So what would you like me to do?
I would like for you. I want to hear you rap is silly. I think you're good at this. I want to hear that. The rap is silly for us.
Wow.
Yeah, rap is silly. You good at it. Come on now.
Okay. Let's see here. Yo. My name is Damien. My last name is Cryer. I'm the one you love to hate, the one that you admire. Get down on your knees and call me sire. I'ma kick your butt until your task expire. Yo, what's up? So, hey, it didn't make sense, but I put it together. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
I know I'm 54, I'm from the old school. Today I'm gonna be eating some seafood. Yeah, let me stop. So you know there's only one left, right?
It's two left, right? Wait, jump in Jack and kiss me.
Yeah, but okay.
Well, I think we just do one. We already
did the kiss me, so we can do the jumping jack. I really didn't want you doing the jumping jacks because. Oh no! If she guesses the number, she don't have to do it. So let's see here. Guess a number between 5 and 9. Between 5 and 9.
I'm gonna say 9.
And I'm gonna say, what the hell did I do it? Oh. 7.
Oh my God. Sounds good, Johnny Davis.
Go ahead, take those shoes off. I smell corn chips.
They don't get corn chips. I'm putting them over here.
I smell corn chips.
Alright. I mean, I guess I try to make this work out anyway.
No cute jumping jacks though.
So what?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna call So-So and see what So-So opinion is about how she feels about a man not wearing a ring. If she feels some type of way about it, I'm gonna have to do something about it. Or she gonna have to do something about it, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and call So-So. See what's up, man. Let's see what she gonna say. We're gonna put her right on speaker.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful queen. How are you?
Hi, love. How are you?
I am good. What are you up to? Are you busy?
I'm just out and about. What's up?
Okay. You better bring me some snacks back too. You know what type of candy I like and stuff, so don't be playing with me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yo, gosh. You headed to the store?
Yeah. I'm doing a couple errands.
Okay, well, cool. Listen, I got the camera on and I'm recording you. I got you on speaker.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yo, gosh is right. I have a question. So,
Hey, what's up?
So, babe, in one of my recent videos, somebody was like, Mr. Cryer, I think that it's disrespectful, the fact that So-So was wearing a ring on her finger. So obviously, there's something going on here. And they said, why aren't you wearing a ring on your finger? And so in the comments, they also said they felt that it was like a form of not acknowledging that you're engaged. They feel like it would be a thing of disrespect to you. So I want to ask you on camera, how do you feel about that comment? Do you feel that it's a disrespect for me not to be wearing a ring, or for a man who's engaged not to be wearing a ring? So what's your opinion on that real quick?
Yeah, it's definitely very disrespectful.
What?
So you know what I mean? I think that, let me see, the way I feel, I don't look at it as a sign of disrespect, but I think that you should be wearing a ring as well. You know, just so it's evened out, you know?
So what's up then?
Are you asking me, are you telling me that I have to get you an engagement ring as well?
Hey, I'm gonna leave that for the people in the comments, the section down below. I mean, I don't know if I want to be getting myself a ring, but we're gonna find out today. So honestly, but all jokes aside, though, do you feel like women would look at that like that is a sign of disrespect, or like, you know, just your honest opinion?
Honestly, I never really thought about it like that because traditionally, as far as I can remember or seen, I've never seen a man have an engagement ring. I've always seen a woman have an engagement ring, and then there's a wedding where they exchange rings.
That's what I thought.
So, yeah, but I mean, hey, it wouldn't hurt, you know? You gotta let those women know that you're not single.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they look at that finger and then, you know, they be like, oh, okay, he's available. But you're not.
Man, some of these females don't give a damn about no ring. But you right, though. You are right, though. So we're going to leave it to everybody in the comment section to see what their opinion is. And babe, I appreciate you answering that question for me, but I'm not going to hold you up because I have to show them the other part of this video that I'm doing. Okay?
Okay, babe, I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
I love you too, babe. I love you too, and I will be calling you shortly, okay?
Okay.
All right, babe. Bye.